Hey everyone, it is Julie, and I am vlogging to you on Friday, I think, this week. And it is Body Week. Yes, my eyes are bad. And the question this week is, do people treat you differently post-op than they did pre-op? That's the first question. Well, that for me is a big of course. I have lost 140 pounds. I had the vertical sleeve, and yes, that's a big, huge yes. I weighed 310 pounds. I'm 5'9", so yeah, I was morbidly obese. I couldn't tie my shoes. I could barely get an airline seat belt around me, and I think towards the end I kind of cheated and I pretended like it fit, but it didn't really. I pretended it buckled because I was too embarrassed to ask for a buckle, an extender. So yes, initially it was very disconcerting because I got a lot of attention from men. A lot. Well, what do I call a lot? For me, it was a lot. I have been obese or morbidly obese since I've been, I don't know, 28. A long time. So, and I'm 50 right now. So, yeah, I got a lot of attention from men. And I'm almost 4 years out. So yeah, I got attention, and I'd run outside, I'd jog, because that's what I like to do for my exercise. I'd run outside and I'd jog, and I'd get hoots and whistles and honks, and I live in Latin America, so men are not nearly as courteous to women joggers as they are in the States. But yeah, when from strangers, I got a lot of attention. At work, it's funny because I am a very strong, I want to say strong-willed, but strong-minded is a better word, I think. A strong-minded person. I'm an educator by trade, and I don't have a big problem telling you what I think about things if I think I know anything about the subject. But and if I don't know anything about it, I shut up and I learn. So when I was heavy, fat, morbidly obese, my opinions were not taken seriously by either gender. Whether I was at work or at a party or anything, nobody would talk to me. And I didn't know that I was... I'm talking online. Stop. No, I'm recording myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Don't talk anymore, because this is going online. Okay.
I love you.
My son. But I didn't know that people were being discriminating against me body-wise, because I thought it was because I'm fairly outspoken about stuff. And then I lost weight, and I still have my same wonderful, shiny personality that will tell you what I think if I think it needs to be said. And all of a sudden people listen to me. And that kind of ticked me off a lot, because I had the same brain, just a different body appearance. So that kind of ticked me off. Husband still treats me the same way because he's awesome. My son, who is sitting right to my left, really railed on me the first year after I lost weight. I mean, railed on me. I'm just saying it for your benefit. Railed on me and told me I was too skinny. He's sitting there because he knows he can't talk, but it's true, he did. I mean, he got off the airplane, the first thing he said out of his mouth was, "You're too skinny." And, you know, to his credit, he had never known a mom that was healthy looking. I think that now he'd say I was normal looking. He still thinks I'm obsessed with food and...
You are.
There you go. He thinks that I'm obsessed with food and nutrition, which, if you have been morbidly obese, you probably should be. But I think there was this, for my family, they were a little bit shocked by the transformation if they hadn't seen me. I know that one of the first pictures that my dad saw of me at my goal weight, he asked who the woman was sitting next to my husband, and it was me. And so that was kind of interesting. So yeah, I mean, yeah, people treated me differently. My family hasn't treated me differently. I'm still the same person, except for, you know, they get annoyed with the whole food thing.
Mm-hmm.
But work treated me differently. Men especially treated me differently. All of a sudden I was worthwhile listening to. You know, I've got opinions about that, but they'll sound bad and horrible, so I won't say them. Men are very visual, put it that way. Women, I was not a threat when I was morbidly obese before. And I see the glances at me now, which is, it's unfortunate, but it is women. And women can be competitive and catty. Nobody said anything to me. And they, you know, they'll say something to me like, you know, if I am not allowed to say that I've gained weight, put it that way. If I gain 10 pounds, my friends will roll their eyes. And for those of us who have had weight loss surgery, 10 pounds is a huge deal, and it's a scary thing. And so I think that people don't understand, if they have not been morbidly obese, why 10 pounds is a scary thing to regain. And so I get a lot of eye rolls from my women friends. Okay, I take it in stride. There's not much I can do about that. They don't understand where I've come from, and I don't expect them to understand. That's just not where I don't expect them to understand. And so, yeah, people do treat me differently. Okay, so that was the first question. Hold on. Here's the second question. Second question. How does that make me feel? I kind of said that. Do you find yourself treating others, family, coworkers, friends, differently? Yeah. Well, I mean, my son's sitting here watching me do this, so of course I treat them differently. I lecture them about food, my family. I don't do it to my friends and my coworkers.
She makes us watch documentaries.
But I am concerned about people's health. I think that when you have had a major scare like that in your life, and you know how bad it was, how really, really bad it was. Not being able to move, where walking up the steps gave me heart palpitations. God, I can't even imagine that now. Yeah, I do lecture my family. I get worried, you know, and he's sitting right here, but my oldest son has a lot of my genes. He struggles with his weight. He's trying to keep on the straight and narrow, but it's not easy. I mean, you know, doing it without weight loss surgery is harder, not easier. I mean, you know, weight loss surgery doesn't make it easy, but it certainly doesn't make it as hard to lose weight. And so he's doing it, you know, by himself. He's trying to be on the straight and narrow, and it's hard. And unfortunately, I think because he has a lot of my physical characteristics, I think he's going to struggle with this all of his life. I'm sure that he doesn't like to hear that, but I think that that's probably a given. My dad was morbidly obese and lost the weight without any help, and he today still struggles with it. My mom, I would say, is obese right now, and so I worry about my family a lot, and I feel like with your family, at least, you can be more of who you are. My friends, I don't treat, and coworkers, you know, it's their life, and if they ask me, I'm happy to share, and I'm happy to say what I think. But most people don't ask, so, you know, I just go ahead and do what I do. When I see a morbidly obese person struggling, walking down the street or wherever, you know, riding one of the carts in a grocery store, do I treat them differently? No. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could tell you. But I know from my own experience, had someone come up to me and said something to me without me bringing it up, would I have listened? No. I did have the fortunate, prior to my surgery, about 6 months prior to my surgery, maybe a year prior to my surgery, I was at Elaine Bryant, and one of the women working the cash register was, you know, I bought some clothes and was ringing me up, and she mentioned that she had the lap band surgery and how much it had changed her life. And it was, you know, and she talked about how it changed her life, and you know, she encouraged me to look into it. And I think that it kind of set something off in my head. So I think if somebody asked me, I might say something. But I don't say anything to strangers. And don't say anything to coworkers or friends, without them asking, of course. I try to respect the privacy of everyone, but some people are ready to listen and some people aren't, and it's hard. And I think that with my family, I feel I have a little bit more leeway with preaching my gospel of health. But yeah, I've been treated differently. I think that's all a matter of accepting the change that we chose. And the change that we chose is also going to be reflected in how people treat us. And so that's it. I don't know if that helps or anything, but I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.